Hi guys, I'm Nicole Herrick and I'm going to show you how to set up a drop shipping website or store with Wix. Okay, so this is going to be a really easy process. Just quickly for anyone who doesn't know what a drop shipping website is, basically you set up your own web store and customers can come and buy all of the products, but you don't actually own any of the products, you don't stock any of the products physically. If they buy from your store, then the order gets sent straight to the supplier and then the supplier sends it straight to the customer. And the money gets divided, so you get your proportion of the profit and then the supplier automatically gets their money for the sale of the product. And it's just a really easy process. So this is great for anyone that just needs to be able to earn like a little bit of extra cash on the side. You do need to put some time into it, especially in the setup phase. And you do also need to sort of do a little bit of ongoing advertising, but it's a really great way to just make a little bit of extra income if you put more time into it, or if you pick a really good niche. This could be a full-time job for you. So it's doable from home, super easy, and let's get started. One thing to keep in mind is that you'll need to figure out a niche that you want to sell the products of. So having like a broad range shop is definitely, there's going to be too much competition. You're not going to have very specific keywords that you can kind of advertise, but you want to try and find a niche that is in popular demand and there is not much competition. So have a look at some other YouTube videos. I'm not going to focus on finding a niche in this video, but you will see, I'll see if I can link some other YouTube videos down the bottom as to finding a niche that is potentially profitable. All right, so basically when you're setting up a new dropshipping website, I want you to think of it as its own separate business. So go and set up a new Gmail account, just personal Gmail account, free account for this one. And because basically when you sign up for Google AdSense with a new Gmail account, you're going to be able to get some vouchers to have a little bit of free advertising. So usually it's like spend $75 and you'll get, spend $25 and you'll get like $75 worth of ad credit. That's in Australian dollars, but something like that. So it's definitely worth sort of setting it up as its own separate Gmail account, and then use that to then go in and set up your Wix account. So if you guys would like to give me a little bit of a hand for producing this video for you, you could use my affiliate code down below to sign up for Wix. Absolutely no obligation. It doesn't cost you anything. It just gives me a little bit of help from Wix for providing this information for you. When you come to Wix, you are going to see this page. So if you already have an account, you can just sign in. I would say set up a separate Wix account for any dropshipping website that you're going to set up. So let's just click Get Started. And then we want to click sign up if it doesn't already come to that, and just pop in your new Gmail account that you've set up. Okay, so once you set up your new Wix website account, you will come to this page and we want to look through the templates and just see if there's anything that we like the vibe of. So you can press other and then always click the choose a template rather than let Wix create it for you. Nah. All right, so have a look through all of the Wix templates and just sort of see which kind of ones you like the vibe of, which kind of things do you think have good elements that will work for you. If you're completely not sure, you don't know what kind of style you want to go for, then you can just go and choose one of the e-commerce ones. So if you go store and then pick one that is like similar to your particular niche that you're going to choose, and then yeah, just choose one of those. So I'm gonna choose, all right, so I'm gonna choose this one. Yeah, I've already had a look through and I've just chosen this one. Look, it might take you an hour to kind of just look through all of the different templates and, you know, just kind of see all the different things and features that they come with. But Wix is very different to something like WordPress. So with something like WordPress, when you buy a template, and then you're kind of restricted to what sort of elements that template has. And then if you want to do sort of a bit more complex changes, then you have to go into the coding side. Whereas with Wix, you basically just choose from one of their templates, and it's a starting point, but you can completely change everything. So you could start off with one site and it might end up looking completely different, and it might end up looking like another one. You might draw some inspiration from different templates, start off with one and then kind of go, oh, I want to add an element like that. You just add it in. It's very much just click, drag, move, delete. Super easy, especially for sort of people with a creative mind, people who think visually. All right, so we are going to click out of this. So this is what is called the back end of the website. And if you chose a template that doesn't already have a store, then you're going to go over and click on the add a store and set that up. But I just wanted to give you a really quick overview of some of the features of the back end, just in case some of you have never used Wix before. So over here on the left hand side, you will see some different a menu system. So if you click on pages, this shows you the different pages. You can click on these and go to the different pages that they've sort of pre-set up within their template. If you go to this one, you can change the page background. The plus helps you add different elements. So there's loads and loads of different elements. They're all free elements. They're really good designs. There's interactive, like rollover buttons and things like that. Contact forms, you can add, you can make it a booking website if you had like a yoga store or something. You can create events, you can have members and, you know, do courses and stuff. And you can even create your own custom designs and upload those. It also has a blog, so you can add a blog, and I definitely recommend adding a blog sort of at a later stage if you're doing a drop shipping website, because this helps with SEO. And you can also hire out that the blogging, so you can actually go online and find somebody that will write blog posts for you, so you don't have to like know what you're doing, just do it. All right, yeah, adding store and things. This little 4 boxes with the plus sign is the Wix app market. So there is a huge amount of apps available that you can sort of plug into your website and add extra functionality. The media manager is just here. So there's lots of free images that come in Wix, and you can use those to create social posts. And there's actually like a social post creator within Wix. There's also a video maker, and it just sort of guides you through like making your own little snippet videos that you can then share on social media, you know, TikTok and Instagram and all that kind of thing. So it's really an all-in-one kind of system that is so easy to use, especially for people that just are not familiar with all this kind of stuff. And it might be the first time you're starting running a little business for yourself or a hobby business. The little pen tool is the blog, so we won't get into that now, but that's where you start that. The little bag icon is the store. So if you haven't already added a store to the template that you're using, just add a store. And then the calendar is the online bookings, and I think for the events as well. Anyway, there's also some tools over on this side. We won't get into that right now. What we're going to do is go into the store, and we're going to press get started. All right, and we are going to choose add products. Okay, now you're going to see like a blank template for inputting a product, but what we're going to do is we're going to click find products to sell. And if this button is not there, then all you need to do is go into the app market and type in drop shipping. I'm doing it this way because this is kind of an easy direction to go, a good flow to get there. Yeah, sometimes Wix changes things and this button might not be there when you're watching this video, so it's part of the Wix app market. Okay, all right, so the first thing that comes up is Modalyst, and this is a drop shipping app. It also has another one called Printful, but we're gonna just click the view more because these aren't the only two. Okay, so click on view more, and this is basically going to take you to anything related to drop shipping within the Wix app store. Okay, so here we've got 4 different ones at the moment. You might be watching this video and there might be more. So I'm just going to go on what there is at the moment. So there really is only 2 that are sort of drop shipping products that are sort of already pre-existing and they're out there. The Printify and Printiful ones are actually ones where you upload your own design. So it might be a photograph or a graphic, and they sort of showcase your design on things like mugs, t-shirts, bags, that kind of thing. People can order from your own web store, and then they just print it for you, ship it out to the customer. So that's what those ones are, but we're actually going to be looking at the products that are already existing out there, so different like fashion accessories and things. So there's Modalyst and Sprocket. Now I will say there is some that ship from Australia, some products, but there isn't a huge selection at this point in time. So when you're setting up a drop shipping store, if you're based in Australia, I would say aim for, don't try and sell to an Australian market, sell for a US based customer. So you want to be choosing products that are shipping from the US or China, but in these COVID times, like maybe don't risk it. All right, so if you are based in the EU, however, I would use the Sprocket one because there is more products that are able to be shipped from the EU. Modalyst does actually have some that are shippable from the EU, but not as big a selection. So I'm going to choose Modalyst, and that's just because I think that there is a slightly more products to choose from, different categories and that kind of thing. So we're going to click Add. Okay, and it will ask you if you're okay sort of connecting these apps, so the WIX and the dropshipping. Allow and add. All right, and then we are going to type in our name and email. Okay, and then if you already know what you're going to call your business, then pop that in here. And then you can choose where most of your customers are located. So as I said, don't choose Australia. All right, and then you can tick all of these categories if you wanted to. I'm going to tick all of them because I want you to sort of have a look through all of the categories. But if you already know your niche, then just choose the one that's related. It's already got Wix, this is the platform we're using, and you just want to add a password. Okay, so now we need to add the Wix URL. So this is a little bit confusing because you haven't really published your site or anything yet if you're just doing it from here. So what we want to do is go back to the Wix website editor, close this, and then we're going to go publish. Don't worry, it won't actually sort of publish it to be viewable by Google or anything just yet. We are going to double click on here and select that. Click copy, so Control C or Apple C, and then go back over to our Modalyst account and click save. Okay, so here we have the dashboard system of Modalyst. So the things I want to sort of start focusing on, you can dive into this in lots further detail later, but I just want to show you the basics of how to find different products and what's available. Okay, so let's have a look at all the different categories. So I have here the all categories. If I hover over these, I can see how these go into different subcategories. So there's, if you wanted to specialize in just maternity wear, you could absolutely do that. An even better niche to get into would be something like maternity leggings. Because if somebody is searching for maternity leggings and they find a store that sells nothing but maternity leggings, then awesome, they're probably going to buy something because it's all encompassed into one and it makes their life a lot easier. But what you need to do is check, does this category have any good products in it that you can sort of pop in your store to be selling? So let's click on leggings. Okay, and it will show you all the different types of all the different products that are available in the maternity leggings category. Now, what we want to do before we actually kind of go, oh, there's lots, it's great. What we want to do is look up shipping. So because worldwide shipping is very difficult at the moment, I would say just choose shipping from the country that you are wanting to target. So I'm going to choose the US, okay, and then that will narrow the search results, okay. And it says that there is 0 available that are shipping from the US. So there we go, we can't use that niche. So let's go and have a little bit of a look through some other ones. So there's things like weddings and events, so like cocktail dresses, prom dresses. You know, you might set up a website that sells nothing but quinceañera dresses. Did I say that right? Sorry, we don't have that in Australia. There is women's accessories, so you might focus on something like just women's gloves. So let's see if there is anything in that category that ships from the US. So let's go shipping, we're just US, okay, great. And you can see here we have some fingerless gloves. I'm not seeing any gloves that are not fingerless. Why would you just have fingerless gloves? Okay, so you can see there is some caveats within using this app. All right, let's keep looking through women's fashion, because this is one of the largest categories. All right, so you can see there is women's hair accessories, women's masks, scarves, suspenders, ties, and handkerchiefs. Women's ties? I mean, yeah, women can wear ties. Anyway, all right, so there's also women's clothing. So you can, if you want to, set up your own little fashion store and market it, but you're restricted to utilizing the photos that they have available. So, you know, it's not like you can kind of purchase one of everything and then put them on a model if you have a massive store. But if you just want to do a small store and you do want to purchase one of everything that you're going to be selling and put them on some awesome models and have some beautiful photos taken, then, you know, that could be a way to go. But just to show you, there is even subcategories like half sleeve, short sleeve, long sleeve, sleeveless dresses, and 3/4 dresses. So very goes into quite niche subjects. There is intimates and loungewear, different kinds of shoes and watches as well. In men's fashion, there are some interesting categories. So we have men's arm warmers. Have you ever seen a man wearing arm warmers? Because I don't know, maybe that's something in your country. Please comment below if men in your country wear arm warmers. I would love to know where they are popular. There's things like men's belts, gloves, hats, headbands, masks, scarf sets, all that kind of thing. There is shorts and suits and all that kind of thing. There is men's shoes, so you might want to set up a men's shoe store. There is underwear and watches, so those are pretty cool. There is also cell phone stuff, or mobile phones as we call them. So lots of different categories within there. There is computer and office things, so there is things like, you know, external hard drives, gaming stuff, laptop parts, servers, tablet accessories, so a huge range in there. Jewelry and accessories. Sorry, that's my chicken Kiev. So yeah, lots of different categories within here, different kinds of bracelets, different kinds of earrings, different kinds of hair jewelry. And obviously, like the more you sell and the more expensive things you sell, you might be able to make more. So if you're choosing a niche that you can sell a lot of and they're high priced items, then you can potentially make easier money, but you might be better off selling things that are cheap and that you can sell a lot of. So these are things you need to work out when you are investigating drop shipping. Watches, home and garden, so there is things like bathroom products, party supplies, furniture, garden supplies, home decor, and then there is even like, yeah, loads of different ones in there. Home improvement, so So there's things like lighting, plumbing supplies. And again, obviously you need to have a look into these categories and what's available shipping from your country. If you do want to just, be shipping from China, then, that's totally fine. If it's easy for shipping to come from China at the moment to your country, then go for it. Yeah, all different sorts of ones there. There's specific category for bags and different kind of wallets and things, women's bags, all different ones, so that's cool. Kids and babies, massive category. I will say kids and babies is very oversaturated, so if you're going to go into this niche, then pick a niche within a niche, because just a kids and baby store, you're gonna have way too much competition. Sports and entertainment, so there's all sorts of different fitness gear and that kind of thing that might be appealing to you. Health and beauty, massive market. There's also a specific CBD category, and you can also do private label within the CBD. So this is exclusive, I think, to Modalyst. And basically you can set up your own design of the labels. They will print the labels onto different CBD products. You just choose which one you want to put your label on, and they will put the label on and then ship it to the customer. And yeah, that's kind of cool. We obviously can't do that in Australia because CBD is not legal. So yeah, something also to think about, and also investigate whether you're up to run an Australian business as long as you're not shipping within Australia. Something to think about. But there is hair, there is wigs, there is nail, there is men's grooming, there is sex products, there is tattoo and body art. Yeah. There's also car things. I'm not going to go through too many of these, but loads of different things. Tools, huge amount of different ones. Pets is a really popular category or niche to get into, but you might want to just stick with one niche within the niche. Again, having a whole pet store, like there's already some very good ones out there that they are not drop shipping, they're just got their own stock, so be wary with that one. There is consumer electronics as well, so you can see lots of different products in here. Things like you might have a store that helps people set up their own YouTube channel, so selling gimbals and tripods and loads of different things. Toys and hobbies. So toys is obviously like a very big market, and if you find the right niche within there, then you could be onto a winner. And there's like pool toys and remote control toys, all that kind of thing. Novelty and special use, so there's like costumes, exotic, all that kind of thing. And then shoe accessories. So there you go. That's just a general overview of the different categories that you can find within Modalyst. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to quickly put a product into your WIX website. So I'm just going to choose one specific category. So I'm going to go all categories, and I'm going to go and choose bags and luggage, and I'm just going to choose women's bags. But I'm actually only going to be choosing backpacks. I could go in and specifically check backpacks, but I'm going to just sort of keep myself a little bit more open and just kind of have a look at all the different bags that are available. And some of them might not be subcategorized already into backpacks, so there might be some that you actually miss. So keep that in mind. I'm sorry, my dinner is just here, but we'll finish shortly, I promise. Okay. So what you want to look for is products that have really good photography. For example, this is well photographed. This, not so much. You can't really see any of the details of the backpack, so I probably wouldn't want to put that in my store. Let's keep scrolling. Also, if there's only like a lifestyle shot available, but you want to keep it clean and simple and white background, then that's something to consider. All right, so here is a nicely photographed backpack. I like that one. This one has a terrible image. The backpack itself is not too bad, but it has this really ugly background, so I hate that. Here's another one that is from that same supplier and just looks rather tacky, so just saying. So I know that within this category there is literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of products. But yeah, you can kind of get a sense of what's in there. So what I'm going to do is add this to import list. So just click on this button. Okay, and we have my drop shipping. And you can go into pricing rules as well, and you can go with what they've suggested as the pricing rules, so like what you will earn, what you will mark it up as, or you can create your own pricing rules. So I'm not going to get into that hugely at the moment, but I'm just going to click on import list. Okay, and then I am going to tick this little box, and I'm going to go add to Wix, and you can change the different things in here. So you can see other variants that it might come in. You can see the pricing, and you can see the different images that it has. We're going to add this to Wix. Okay, and then we're going to go back to our tab for Wix, and don't worry about that. Close that. We're going to click on manage. Oh, sorry. Let's go to my store and go to dashboard. And store products and choose products. All right, and we have the straw backpack in our Wix store. So I'm going to click on that and just sort of show you what it comes up looking like. So this will look like any other kind of backpack that you have. So you can actually add, you can have drop shipping products within your store, but you might also have other products that you actually ship yourself if you sort of have your own little brand or something. So definitely key to have a look at. So you can see you can change the different thing on here. You can add more photos, you can add videos to this as well. And yeah, there's lots of different things that you can adjust, and it is that easy. So now if I click save, and I'm going to go to the live website, Coco. I don't know if you can see my kitty's hand right there, but she wants some of my chicken Kiev. All right, so let's go to publish, and we're going to go to the live site. Excuse me, Coco. All right, and we're going to go shop the collection. And we're going to click on the straw backpack. And there it is. So now if somebody buys it now, then you get some money and you don't have to do anything. Isn't that cool? All right, so that was a lot of information to digest, but what I suggest you do is go and just go into Modalyst and just have a look, set up a free account in Modalyst and just like have a look, like see what's in there, see if you can figure out what kind of niche you want to do, set up a free Gmail account, set up a free Wix website, and obviously you do need to pay for to host a Wix website so that you can put it on a professional domain name. You do actually get a free domain name usually if you go with a yearly plan with Wix, and you will need to pay for an e-commerce plan within Wix. The hosting, you can only host your website with Wix. It's got its own in-house hosting. And you do also need to pay to be a part of Modalyst. There is a free plan, so you can just check out, I think it's like 15 products that you can, or 5 or 15 products that you can kind of have a play around with and test. And then there's also different levels. So there is different costs associated. I'm not going to tell you how much because you're all from different countries, my audience. So I can tell you in Australian, but that wouldn't be much help if you're in the EU. So have a look for yourself. This is definitely an easy way to get started in dropshipping when you don't know anything about building websites and you don't know anything about dropshipping. I hope this was helpful. See you again next time. Subscribe to my channel, and also drop down below what kind of niche are you thinking of getting into, and maybe I can give you some advice on, you know, whether that is a good niche. Maybe I can suggest whether you can go into a further sub niche. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.